Isn't it beautiful here? Turn this around. Look at that beautiful place. It's cattails and willow and, oh, there's a house way back there. Pine. Everything is starting to become even more beautiful because of all the leaves. Here, maybe I can put this banana behind you. Ta-da! And then you can look out the window. Oh wait, I had a way for looking out the window. It's up here. So we have to put you in there, turn you around, slip you through, and then you can look out the window. There you go. Now we can travel together. There. Do you like it? Travels with Nancy. See how the forest floor is turning brown now? It's starting to rain. I'm so glad we could have a little video time together. I seem to have lost all of my friends. Everybody that used to just come right on and start chit-chatting, they've got other things to do now because I have gotten out of the habit. Oh, look at this down here. Can you see that down there? Very nice. So we worked on our song again today. Oh, look at those leaves. Aren't they pretty? Oh my, that's some kind of a fruit, a nut tree. Yes, you know which one I mean, right? They've turned brown now. There was no brown until after Thanksgiving. Can you hear the rain? I'll just pull up here for a moment. Let this car go past. So I'm going to have to close the window. Turn on the windshield wipers. We just had a campfire, me and my friend. It was nice. And you know what? We both had travels that were similar. It was fun talking to each other about our travels. I used to travel a lot when I was young. I guess my travels ended when I was, I guess it was 20. Yeah, I was 20. So I'll let you see the beautiful nature. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this beautiful day. Thank you for blessing me with a car and with windshield wipers and with my camera and the windows. Thank you that my windows are not as pitted as Willem's, that they work well. Thank you for all these trees and rocks and water. Thank you so much for all of our blessings. And please bless us all, everyone, whatever people are doing at this exact moment. Bless them that they will be able to know that they are loved by Thee, and that they will be able to have relief from their pain, that they may rise their sights above it so that they can have joy in the midst of trouble. Oh, I wonder if I can get leaves there. This we pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. All right, I'm going to see if I can go in this place. This is a local dump. Uh-oh. I'll have to go up this way and turn around the top of the hill like any normal person would do. Here we go. Here's a turnaround spot. Have leaves here. I could fill up my trailer with leaves and then I could put them inside my... They don't have ticks here, which I did not realize. So, hi, I would like to get leaves. Can I get leaves?
Oh, I don't know, you have to talk to the lady there.
Is there a leaf pile here?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay, well I guess there wouldn't, if you would know.
She's in there.
Okay.
She's in there.
I'll
You have to ask her, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
I don't think so. You would know.
Yeah, I don't see any leaf pile. No brush pile here. Which is kind of unusual because you'd think that they would all have brush piles and such. But no, it's just a dump. Oh well, that was an idea. I could have filled up my trailer with brush, with not brush, leaves. So what's new with you? Oh, we were having a prayer. Well, I kind of finished it. I've decided that when it's a cloudy day, I need to pretend it's a beautiful sunny day. And I need to smile and breathe deeply and say, oh, it's a sunny, sunny day. I know it won't be, but I'm going to pretend. Because then I think I'll be happier. Because I find that when it's a cloudy day, I look out at it and I go, ugh, and I go watch television or something. Smart TV. We're in a booming metropolis now. There must be 20 cars. Barbecue on the deck. Okay, I think I'm gonna go the other way to go home. I have choices here. Either way goes home. And my GPS is not working right now. I don't know what's wrong with my GPS. It's so strange to have it not work. I can't open that up and re-plug it in. It's like I have to plug it in again after every time I turn it off. Oh well. It is what it is. So, you want to have a little look-see? Look at this stand of tamaracks here. Look at those. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, someone has said something. Hello, Suze. The trees are gorgeous. I love cloudy autumn days. They invigorate me. Is that right? Well, I love autumn. It's so pretty. People would say, "What's your favorite season?" And I couldn't figure it out. Some people it was summer, some is spring, some is autumn. But I think I like them all. I think I really like them all, and I love winter. Used to be I dreaded winter. Oh my gosh, I dreaded it so much, and the turning of the leaves, the first leaves that turned, it was like, this is it. This is it. It's over. Now it's just going to be cold and you have to stay inside. But now I don't stay inside. I have all these grass huts I can go play in. And I have other places to play. And I put a lot of, for me, playing is very important. Playing is, I forget to play sometimes, but really it's so important to play, right? Because when you play, you do whatever you want and you're happy. Sometimes you don't know what you want to do. Sometimes you just know what you're supposed to do and all the things that you're supposed to do. But playing is like, it's not in the list of things you're supposed to do. There's no pressure to play. So some people are very organized and they do all the things that are due way far in advance. So they're done. They don't have to worry about what day it is and make sure that they get it done in time. It's already done. I couldn't be like that. I could try. I mean, I'm sure I've done one or two things, but I don't even think I have. I have to pull over and read what you said. Oh, good morning, Tyler. You love winter too. We just bought a cord of wood for the stove. Yay! A full cord, I guess. A face cord is 3 face cord in 1 full load. A full cord is 4 by 4 by 4 by 8 feet. And a face cord is like 18 by 4 by 4 by 8. Like it's 18 inches wide. And it's not 4 by 4 by 8, it's 4 by 1 by 8. 4 by 18 inches by 8. I think I try and show you this every time we come here. The other day I drove by some willow and it was a wonderful stand of willow. And there were big clumpy bushes of it. Like these. See these bushes? See, these are willow, but they're down too low. I wouldn't want to harvest them. You have to climb down and climb back up. It was the day I could. Look at all those tamaracks there. And spruce trees and cedars. You see, if you find them when they're little, like on the other side, like, well, you'll see them again, but right now the other side of the road has little tiny trees. And you can dig them up because this is under the wires. So the wires have 15 feet that has to be cleared. So all those trees are going to get cut down at some point that are under the wire, all those small trees. Let's see, now you get to away from the wire. Now you've got 10 feet or something by the road. But when there's little trees growing alongside the road, like there, you see there's sumac. Let's see what else we see when we see something. These are all tamarack again. They're starting to turn. They're the last of them. Everything else turns first. Aren't they beautiful? They lose their needles. Larch and tamarack is the same thing. Okay, now here again you see little trees starting. So these are poplars. If you wanted poplars, that would be what you would dig up. But those are kind of big. You want them really small, and you want to dig them up just as soon as the snow is melted and the ground frozen is thawed enough to let go of them. That's cattails. But they're down pretty low. I mean, you could cut them. I don't know. There were a lot of them in an area, which is good. You'd like to be able to cut quite a few with your clippers at one time. See, now here we've got some more little poplar trees. And then here's the willow bushes. Some of those stands of willow have very long stems, which are what I've been harvesting lately because they're so good for weaving in my grass hut affair. I haven't told you about my grass hut much, have I? So this one is like a tunnel. It was just a bush on one side and a bush on the other side, and then I flattened out each bush by weaving through them, so it became a front wall and a back wall. And they weren't really covered over. There were a few that were connecting over. And so then I used grass. I stuck more willow in the ground around the ends, the one end, and I wove with more willow the other way. And then I grassed the whole thing. But I still hadn't done the top. There were a little bit on the edges of the top, but there were big, huge holes, like a foot square. Not gonna work. And so I got some of these willow in a clump by the roadside, and I started weaving them down from the top, back and forth in the squares of woven wall. But I also took handfuls of grass and I wove them up through the wall. And then I start a little higher with another clump and I'd weave them up. So they were overlapping. This is a kind of a marsh. See, there's some, that tall white grass is canary grass, which is what I use for thatching. It's the best one. There's another willow bush. Willow bushes are these along the road. They're usually green, sometimes they're yellow, but the leaves are long and skinny. I'm gonna pull over and see what you said. It's nice to have a couple of hours to spare when I'm doing this. Are you able to have a campfire in your new teepee? Well, I don't have campfires in there because it's made of grass, so I don't dare. That would not be a way to go. See all these willow along the roadside? Now we have cattails again. And over there we have, you can harvest those brown pods. That's all Pompous Grass. And look at this, here comes a sumac. There it goes. Isn't that beautiful? So the top of the sumac has these big red things, triangular shaped pyramid things, or cone shaped red things. They're all made up of seeds. And what you do is you take it and you have to rinse it in salt water to get the bugs out first, I guess. But without breaking it all apart into there's another bunch, into seeds, you can, or in the little round red balls, instead of doing that, you can I used to know somebody that lived on this road. And that was in the day that I never came on this road, never came up in the North Country. Anyway, so you take the red seed head of sumac and you put it in cold water. It's got a lot of tannic acid in it, so you don't want to make it hot water. You just put it in cold water and it'll turn the water red, and then it's all full of vitamin C. That's the easiest source of vitamin C I can think of. There's a patch. It's on the other side, but there's a patch of asparagus ferns. Do you know what asparagus ferns look like? After the asparagus grows, it goes to seed and it makes these beautiful big ferns. Okay, there they are, right there. See that? Oops. That right there. There, that's the ferns from asparagus. And if you mark it on your GPS where that is, and there's another one on this side. If you mark them all on your GPS, then in the spring, when it's time for, there's another one for asparagus, you can go there and you can, there's another one, and you can cut them off at the ground level. Or I think the best way you do it is you put one thumb down lower and a finger up higher, and you're pulling like this, right? And you just do that and bend it pretty harsh until it snaps. When you have to keep going up, and when it snaps, that's the rest is not really edible much on the outside anyway, so you might as well not have that. Another beautiful lake. How did I get so lucky to live in Canada? I guess wherever we live, there's beauty all around us. We just have to enjoy wherever we are. And if you're in a city, you may have to get out of the city to find the nature. And then go and sit, keep a chair in your car, and a journal, a pen, a camera, a violin, extra clothes. Can you see those trees? I guess the ones ahead of me are the most amazing, and I can't show you them. Oh, look at that. Can you see out there? Isn't that pretty? We've got rocks and trees and trees and rocks and rocks and trees and trees and rocks and water in Canada. Pull over and let this car, 2 cars now, go by. The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just now, these sumacs don't appear to have any tops on them. I haven't seen any this summer. What's with that? Or this autumn. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it seems as if they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Look at those colors. I don't see any of those on the sumac bushes. I wonder if they do it every second year or something like that. Oh my goodness, you're really close up here, aren't you? Well, I hope you saw things. Thanks for focusing the camera for us. You're welcome. I have to pull off again. Catch up on all my reading here. Oh, this is my friend Ing's house. She died. Okay, let's see. Are you able to have a campfire in your teepee? What are your other teepees made out of? Thanks for focusing the camera for us. Okay, so the teepees mostly have a nylon fabric that is used for a conveyor belt. There's a factory that gets rid of it, and so I was lucky enough to get a few pieces. So there's iceberg pond teepee, and that's got a piece of that fabric around it. It's not big enough. And then alder teepee also has a piece of fabric around it. Those are very small, and but they have different views, which is why I have them. And then there's the teacup trail teepee, which is the one by the house. Now that one has the same fabric around it, but I've cut windows in it. So there's lots of lovely views from in there. I should go in there and look out the windows. It's really nice. Oh, what a lot of leaves he has. You could blow them into my trailer. I need leaves for inside my teepee. The big teepee, which is made out of cedar poles tied together at the top. And I should show you some more of this stuff. Cedar poles, and then then there's garden beds all around the outside of it. Big raised beds. So the poles are actually in the raised beds. So inside they act as knee walls, and on the outside, isn't that beautiful? This is so pretty. What a lovely time of year. So there's the fabric is on that one, and then the windows in it. I guess I'll show you out the window again. I left home and it was sunny at home, and I went up to my friend's house and it was cloudy. But now I'm on my way home and it's getting sunnier again. Maybe it'll be sunny at home. But I'm going to be mostly out of time. I won't be able to do any more weaving. I didn't feel like spending the amount of time it was going to take to weave those willow boughs in tightly into the upright wall. Then arch them over. It wasn't, the willow doesn't have to be very big. This is like, I don't know, a centimeter across, or about, or less than a centimeter, I guess. Centimeter is about a half an inch. So some of them were that thick, but yeah, some of them were. Anyway, that wasn't the hardest part. mean, that was hard, but it's not important to have them that thick. You can have smaller ones. You just have to have a lot of them. You only need one really big one. But the smaller they are, the more you need. But they were probably half a centimeter, maybe. Or maybe a little bit, but maybe 3/4 of a centimeter thick. Maybe 7 millimeters. I really like driving on this road. It's one of my favorite roads, actually. But it doesn't lead me to town. So I don't need to go on it. So whenever I go on it, it's special. But now that my friend lives up there, I'm going on it more often. Look at these trees. Aren't they gorgeous? That's quite the gorge down there. It's like a mountain road now. Who would have thought I was that close to the mountains? Down off of the mountain to the other one. Now we go up the next mountain. They're really just hills, I guess. But we can pretend they're mountains. Because we have a mountain road. We don't have a hill road. We have a hilly road. But a mountain road goes around the mountain. Where I got stuck before. What kind of animal was that dead on the side of the road? I think it's time to go for a walk and find out. Do you have a spare tire on that car if you need one? Yep. I do. Oops, sorry. All right, let's go out. Oh, here we go. There's a dead animal up here. I don't think it was a porcupine. Some cattails. Look at those, they're much taller, which probably just means that the ground isn't as low there. Those are good tall ones. Can you hear the sounds? Other than my boots. I don't know what kind of tree that is. Those leaves. Maybe they're basswood. It's the only thing that's got big leaves. But I don't think they're basswood. Oh, it's aspen. Yes, they do look like aspen leaves. Now, could it be a porcupine? Oh no, it's a raccoon. If it were a porcupine, then it would be porcupine harvest day. My vehicle was broken right there. We sat there for hours. Willem came up and we sat in that driveway in the shade. Went for walks up here. We had to wait for CAA to come. This is a big, huge guy. See? Your back feet. This is his foot from there all the way, and they are so agile. They have to be alive though. Boy, doesn't he have those black hairs on top. It look very soft. His face is down under there. See his little nose? There's his ear. Little nose. I bet there's a lot of sad raccoons today. Here, I'll have to cross the road. See how there's little trees here? See, like these trees. See, this is an elm. So if you wanted an elm tree, if you dug that up, you'd have an elm tree. And there's a little cedar right there. All this brown stuff is bracken. Now those are juniper bushes. And that's elm. That's basswood. This is basswood. That's basswood. Lots of wild strawberries. Cedar, but that's way too big. See, once they've cut it once, the roots down below are pretty big. They cut them every year, right? Because of the telephone poles. And so it's all trying to grow back. Those are all poplars. Look at that. Swamp maple. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those reds. The size of those leaves compared to the spruce right beside it, or balsam. Really beautiful. Some aster. People will generally stop. Like when I had car trouble, everybody stopped and asked if I needed help, and Some of them tried to jump it. One of them had to make jumper cables. These cattail fluff won't open up until the heat of spring. Then they'll open up and they'll all go. That's when the seeds will be able to root. So see this little willow bush? Now look at how straight. Oh, this is kind of deep down in there, but see how straight the shoots are? And this, with the funny top, this is Canada's version of Pompous Grass. This is local, native Pompous Grass. Whereas the other one, the invasive one, has it's quite a low grass. Look how the tops curl so much. That's alder greenery back there. Now this is a different kind of grass. I'm not familiar with this grass either. I don't know what that is. And here's another willow clump. You see, if it gets cut every year, when they cut the roadside grasses, oh, that's a long drop there. See, if it's the first year, it doesn't fork. How did I get water in my toe? Is there a leak in my toe? It's wet in there. I just stuck my toe down there. There's wild cranberries, and they're called high bush cranberries. There's a lot of them out there. That looks like a cranberry bog. Now look at these red things. Are these cranberries? Maybe those are high bush cranberries. No, I don't know. But I can't go over there because it's too deep. So I can't even see where the ground is down in there. Alas, alas. Okay, away we go. So we found out, it's very important to find out. Have to know all these things, don't you? So pretty out there. Yeah, maybe they are called high bush cranberries and the others are low bush. Turn around again. See over there? Huh. Where did I put my keys? I'm sorry. I opened the window. Now let's see them. It just won't focus, will it? The dark sky behind it looks so pretty, doesn't it? Okay, I have to turn it around and put you back through here because sorry, it covered your eyes. There we go. Oops. Oh yeah, I can do that. Well, anyway. I mustn't take too long. I have appointments. But it was good to go for a little walk. I'll turn this again so you can see. hands are cold. We had a little campfire. You know, often having a campfire, I often think, well, I don't want to light a fire because I don't want to stay here all day. I have things I want to do. And so I think I don't want to make a campfire. But really, the campfire, you only need a campfire for 2 hours or something. You know, you can have a campfire that you light the fire, you get it burning and you get some coals, and then you make your tea, you boil your water from the stream in case it has giardia. And then you have your campfire. You know what? One YouTuber that I really like, her name is Survival Lily. Do you know Survival Lily? Have you ever watched her? She's great. She lives in Austria and she's out in the woods and she makes herself a little shelter, and she, oh no, what's this animal? That is another raccoon. Look at this yellow tree. Couldn't see that, could you? It doesn't always. I'll let you look at the pretty stuff instead of looking at me. So Survival Lily, she's out in the woods doing stuff. She takes her backpack and she goes out there and she'll sleep overnight in her little lean-to, and she'll make herself a fire, and she's got a tube underneath the wall, just a little tunnel to let the air into her fire. It's really cool how she does it. And so she has anyway, but it occurred to me that my grass huts and doing stuff like this, like if I were making it all like a how-to video, I learned how to weave the grass walls by watching YouTube videos. I had an idea of how to do it, but I watched them and I got a better idea. And they even broke windows in the wall. I thought that was pretty cool, breaking the grass. But I would need to have a hinge. You can make a hinge with a stick and a bent willow. You take 4 pieces of willow and bend them and loop them over the stick, and then you would weave one side of them go into your wall, and the other side would go into your would be your doorway or your window, and you would weave grass through that then.